down with Ollie Sinclair, our principal consultant at Crimson. And Ollie, we just wanted to ask you a few questions about your experience of working for Crimson. So I suppose, first of all, could you briefly describe your role and the kind of clients that you work with?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so as you said, I'm a principal consultant, which usually means I kind of engage at that higher level, where we are. Maybe it's the initial engagement, working with the sales team to sort of understand from a top level requirements around sort of major enterprise transformation programs, or actually working with they need some sort of technical expertise in terms of what does the technology do, and sort of how does that fit into our program, or how can we resolve a pain point with the technology. So that's really where I sort of sit, helping out the sales guys come up with an understanding of where to go next,
Mm,
and really turning this into something that then our delivery team can then deliver on.
mm. Fantastic. And just sort of a bit of background. I mean, how long have you worked in the Microsoft Partner Channel?
Yeah, crikey. So yeah, I've been in the partner channel quite a number of years. I think it is about 12 years now. So
Wow.
I've been around the block a little bit. Originally started at Microsoft, in the GTSC, the Global Technical Support Center, and
Mm,
before I actually then moved into an actual client. So I really learned and understood sort of the pain points of client implementation, and then just sort of took that step into the partner channel. So yeah, I've been here, yeah, quite a while.
Fantastic. So this is your first experience of working for a Microsoft partner then? Would I be right in saying that?
No, no. So
Oh, okay.
I've
Yeah.
so yeah, 12 years working in a partner channel, and
Ah.
before that,
Oh,
it was
wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, great. Great. Wow. What attracted you to a career at Crimson then, Ollie?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. Obviously, I have been a part of other sort of partners in the past, and I think where I sort of am with my sort of role and my career progression, I saw Crimson as an absolutely fantastic opportunity, um, uh, because they are an established partner. They're a gold partner, and they've got a lot of uh, sort of a lot of um, respect in terms of in the community, and a really good relationship with Microsoft. So I really wanted to utilize that relationship, and within speaking to Rob, Rob Malaban, the MD, it was quite obvious where his vision was for the company. And where he needed people and expertise to join him on that journey, and it really sort of resonated with me where he wants to go and where he wants to take the business, and how I can actually help, and how I can sort of sort of use some of my objectives as well, personal objectives, to get there. So yeah, gold partner status. The leadership, the senior leadership team, and their vision was an absolute must, and the fact that we are not a part of a big KPMG or a big corporate organization that really you then sort of like a name and a number. You certainly you are at that level where you're in that partner channel, but you do actually have a lot of influence
Mm,
on where the company can go, and what your role will be in the company.
yeah, we're in an interesting space, aren't we? Because I mean, we're obviously we're part of a wider group, Harvey Nash Group. Yet we have that autonomy in the
Yeah.
UK, to be able to flex and be agile and do some really innovative things. Fantastic. So you're really bought into the vision of Crimson. Perhaps, I mean, what would you say is better or different about Crimson versus other partners, other places that you've worked? What stands out for you there?
Yeah, I think you know because Crimson is also got a recruitment arm. They are the best place to understand what people want out of an organization, or out of a company, and they install those values, and they learn those lessons from the people they talk to in that industry, and that has actually really spilled over very, very nicely into the Crimson Solution side. And you can see that by the attention that they install on their people. It very much is a people focused, a people first sort of company, and that culture that they've built has come from selecting the right people to join the company and move it forward. And it seems as though they've done a really good job of expanding and growing, but keeping that core culture and that core people first sort of approach, which absolutely resonates with us guys in terms of the employees. So yeah, that's
Mm.
definitely it.
Yeah, you and me both, I think. I've worked for a number of Microsoft partners as well. And I think, yeah, as you say, it's very unique that we are connected to a recruitment, an IT recruitment consultancy. And it does emphasize a lot more about that people element than I've ever noticed before. And I suspect it's often, I think partners are often established by often quite technical people, I'd imagine, that are really strong technically and they get
Yeah.
all of that, but they're not maybe so good with people sometimes.
Yeah,
Am
and again, you do see it, and you're right. Sometimes it's technically, sometimes it's sales driven. Sometimes you
mm,
come from a sales background, and
mm,
that's the focus. And although yes, partners grow and evolve and change over time, if the core sort of cornerstone of it is a sales background selling for clients, you know sometimes you do lose out on that experience with that. Your people are first, and you're absolutely there to serve the client really well, but your people are the ways to do it. So yeah.
yeah, and just being very aware of lots of companies we're working with and drawing on what they're doing that's best practice. I think, yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there. So I mean, with that, could you describe some of the little things that make a difference to the work at Crimson?
I giggle because it's hilarious. I don't think I've ever worked for a company that I've received an Easter egg from them to say Happy Easter. Like I'm like, what? Like that's insane. That's
Yeah.
really good. And to be fair, I'm now here long enough that I shouldn't be surprised about the little gifts and the notions of we're thinking about you, and we're there for you to listen. But those gifts, although it's a thought, but it really means a lot. And it's Easter, it's Christmas, it's holidays. And to be fair, I did go through a bit of personal troubles not that long ago with my son, who had to go into hospital for a number of reasons. And you know, all the way through from Hannah and Ange and all the ladies in HR, from my bosses, from Rob, there was always that element of support. And it was really obvious that they really cared, and it wasn't just lip service. They really were, actively interested in making sure I was okay and my family was okay. And there were some gifts and some celebrations when I sort of threw the worst of it for that. So it's those sort of elements where you absolutely feel you are valued as a person. It goes so far, it's untrue. So those are the real key elements. But I think because they are, and the organization is set up like that, I think that access to the senior leadership team, access to all avenues of Crimson are open for you. You just need to ask the questions and ask the right people, and they'll get the answers for you. I think that's absolutely critical in an organization that is, as I said, people first. So
Mm,
those sort of areas, just brilliant.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. What you were describing there, an incident happened with a colleague worked in my team where his best friend was on his honeymoon in Venice, and his new wife unfortunately died on the honeymoon. It was awful, awful at the time, and I remember Rob at the time saying, "Don't worry about it. You get over to Venice, sort out your." I mean, he paid for the flights. I don't know whether I should say that, but he got him over there. He said, "Don't however long it takes to sort out funeral arrangements and all the horror of that."
Mm.
It was incredible. It was incredible, and I can't. I'm sure other companies would support you, but they just seem to go above and beyond.
They really do, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so I think hopefully we've described some great reasons why people should consider applying for a role at Crimson. Is there anything else that you'd like to add to that, Ollie?
Yeah, I think so. Just just thinking about that question in general. Why should people consider a role at Crimson? Now, um, you could potentially bracket some people up. If you are a junior, if you're quite young, either don't have any experience in the industry per se, or if you are starting out in your career, it's worth mentioning we've got an award-winning apprenticeship scheme that is absolutely coming on leaps and bounds. I think we're in the
Yeah, yeah,
third year now. So we're really quite established in that area, and we're seeing the value from consultants, seeing these guys coming through with loads of energy and loads of passion and drive for the technology, but also learning on the job with this apprenticeship program is fantastic. And even if you are, say for example, you're a senior, an established consultant in the industry, and you are looking to progress that career, we've got really good leadership, but we also have really good sort of strong senior elements of the business that do go on and become mentors. So I'm mentoring one of the leads in the delivery team at the moment, and really and one of my passions is installing all of my knowledge and making sure that I can help out as much as I can for the people who may not have the different experiences to me. So even for senior and established people, Crimson is absolutely a place that can really motivate you and push your career to different heights, really. So all of those reasons, we are growing, but we're really focused on keeping that culture. So exciting times.
yeah. Ollie, I won't keep you any longer. Thank you so much as always for your time. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Brilliant. Cheers, Mark. Thanks.